What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Capital City Sports episode. Today, before we get started, I have one quick little announcement. You're going to want to stick around for this. I promise you, you're going to love it. So you're going to be wanting to hit that subscribe button down below, and here's why. I will be giving away this Patrick Peterson signed mini helmet from the Arizona Cardinals. It's got a signature right here on the top. It's just a mini helmet, complete with the certificate of authenticity, of course, because I don't want to be giving away some big ass stuff on this channel. But you're going to be wanting to hit that subscribe button because I will be giving this thing away at 1,000 subscribers. You're going to want to do that quick because I can guarantee you that 1,000 is going to come up very, very quickly. So just a quick little announcement: if you want to be entered to enter this guy right here, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will be giving it away at 1,000 subscribers. Now moving back on to the main topic of this video, and that is the NFC Playoff Predictions for the 2018-2019 season. We're going to talk about some of these NFL teams and why they're going to make the playoffs and why some are not going to make the playoffs. Let's get into it. So we're going to start off with our number 1 seed, make our way down to the number 4 seed in the NFC, and then talk about the wild cards at the end. So in that number 1 seed, I have the Los Angeles Rams. Top to bottom, this team has the absolute best roster in the NFL. You add guys like Marcus Peters, you add guys like Aqib Talib, Ndamukong Suh. You pair them up with Gurley and Goff, which I'll be the first to admit I was completely wrong about Goff. I thought he was going to be an absolute bust. But Sean McVay has that offense running full steam ahead, and they're going to take that number 1 seed and the NFC West this year, and we'll see what happens when they get in that postseason. So moving on to that number 2 seed in the NFC, we have the New Orleans Saints. Now the Saints are always going to be a contender if they got Drew Brees and somewhat of a defense. I know there was a couple years they didn't make the playoffs because that defense was atrocious, but that defense is improving. Carolina and Tampa will not be good this year. They won't be good. Jameis Winston situation, who knows what's going on with that. The Panthers have never had back-to-back winning seasons in franchise history since 1995, I think, is 1994, 95, in the 90s sometime. But you got Michael Thomas on that offense. You got Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees. Mark Ingram has a suspension, but he'll be back. Barring any injuries, this team is going to be a good team, and they'll definitely be in postseason contention. Now, number 3 seed is a highly variable team. They could be the number 1 seed, they could be the 6th seed, they could not make the playoffs, and that's all going to depend on Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz is going to be healthy, they could be the number 1 seed easily. They bolstered that defensive line by adding Michael Bennett. They drafted Josh Sweat out of Florida State, who was an underrated pass rusher. They added Haloti Ngata as well as on that defensive line. That depth of the defensive line is probably second best in the league, only to Jacksonville. That defensive line depth with Bennett and Derek Barnett and all those pass rushers, Fletcher Cox, it's just going to be ridiculous. And of course, the defense is still going to be just as good as it was last year. Zach Ertz is arguably the best tight end besides Gronk, because Gronk can't stay healthy, but Zach Ertz is a monster on offense, so we'll see what they can do. They could be the 1, they could be 6, but I have them as the number 3 seed going into the 2018 season, 2019 playoffs, so let's move on. Now here in the 4th seed, I have the Green Bay Packers. It's the Packers, man. Aaron Rodgers, they don't miss the playoffs if he's healthy. They've missed the playoffs once since 2008. The only thing I can see being an issue is who's going to fill that Jordy Nelson spot. It looks like Jimmy Graham is going to be a huge add on that offense. Mercedes Lewis, he might have a role in some way. But really just that Jordy Nelson is Devontae Adams going to step up, or Randall Cobb going to step up and take over that number 1 guy. But regardless, I think the Packers have enough to get there. I think there's better teams in the NFC. That's why I have them at the 4th seed. So let's go ahead with that and get into our wild card teams. Now coming in at the 5th seed, I have the Minnesota Vikings. I know they won the division last year, but that was without Aaron Rodgers around. Defense is still going to be great with Harrison Smith. Xavier Rhodes locking down that secondary. The pass rush they have there is outstanding. They got Dalvin Cook now. If he's healthy, he's an outstanding back. So look for a lot of improvement there in that offense. Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, great receivers. If Cousins can get it together, they'll win this division. If they can really match up and sync up like they need to, they'll win this division. They might even be the number 1 seed. But I'm gonna give them a 1-year learning curve. But they're still going to be good enough to make it, but I don't think they're going to win the division. So they'll finish probably around 10-6, 9-7, get that wild card spot. Now for the 6th seed, a lot of you probably won't see this coming, but that's going to be the aforementioned from the helmet, Arizona Cardinals, and let me tell you why. Last year, the Cardinals went 8-8 without David Johnson all season long. That's right, 8-8 without David Johnson, with Blaine Gabbert as the quarterback, as Carson Palmer, he missed the whole season pretty much anyways too. But this team is good. It's still a good team. You got Larry Fitz still. They did lose John Brown. That's not going to be a big deal. The defense will have to step up though, because it's 2 years in a row they've lost star defensive players. They lost Calais Campbell the year before. They lost Tyrann Mathieu this year. But they do have Patrick Peterson and a lot of key anchor guys on that defense. But they will have to step up to get this team and propel them straight into that playoff. But I think they can do it, given they went 500 without their best player. So yeah. So that's going to be it for this NFL playoff prediction video. This was the NFC playoff predictions for the 2018-2019 season. Stay tuned for the next video when I will be going over the brackets. I've already done the AFC, so if you haven't seen that, go check that one out. I've done the AFC, I've done the NFC. Now the next video is going to be me putting them against each other, progressing them through, and having a Super Bowl champion prediction for you guys, but that will be next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit a like down below. Subscribe to be entered to win that Patrick Peterson autographed helmet. And like always, thanks for watching.